Whoa. Savage Army, let's just hope I don't get shot and burned out of it. Holy moly, everybody, we are back. Here we go again. This time around, we're going to have open mic night. We are here. We in the back veil here, just chilling out. I got my guys here. We're just hanging out, kind of late, just got off work. You know what I mean? How's everybody doing tonight?
Pretty good, man.
Excellent. We're going to get into some topics, but before that, let's see our faces. Hey, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Open mic night number 2. Well, this one, 2. I want to thank Trippy, one of my homies from Savage Army. I want to thank Curbside for coming here. He's one of the OGs of Savage Army. Dornop, thank you for being here. He's one of the guys out from Tactical Challenge out in Army Paintball. We got Blue Twin, my brother. Thank you so much. Another representative of Army Paintball. I want to thank Andy, for sending you guys over to represent your lovely platform. All right, boys, how's everybody doing tonight? What's up? What's new?
Nothing much, man. Just doing my thing.
Cool. Trippy, your mic is unmuted. I can't unmute you, my brother. Dornop, how are you?
Good.
Good. Excellent. You guys sound good. I can hear you perfectly. Blue Twin, my brother, how are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear Trippy now. Hey, Trippy, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Nice to have you on. It's been a hot minute. I've been trying to squeeze you in here. It's been a couple episodes. I'll be like, come on. You're like, I'm too busy, man. I'm like, no, you're not. Come here, man. Blue Twin. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Oh yeah. Hey, Blue Twin. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Good. All right. We're going to get into all the good stuff, you guys. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty. So I'll remind everybody, as this show goes on, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to get into all things Trippy, all things Dornop, all things Blue Twin. They're going to talk about their Army Paintball experiences during their whole time this year, whatever they want to talk about, maybe their last or latest podcast. Curbside is an invited person. We're all going to get into certain topics, and I've gotten Curbside here for a specific topic. But before we even get to that point, I want to get a cycle going on here. I want to hear everyone's up-to-date news. I want to hear what's new with you. This is like a really chill episode, and the whole purpose of having open mic night number 2 is that I want to hear your cool stuff. I want to hear what you guys are into. I want to hear what your knowledge in the industries that you're into, your gaming, what your aspirations for next year are. I want to hear all basically everything just like that. So whatever it is that you want to share, I could share it onto the screen here. We could read it out. So whatever there is that you want to share in this episode or any other episode of Open Mic Night, even in the future, anybody that's watching right now or watching later on in the future, if you wish to be on this type of segment, Open Mic Night, you can come onto the show, talk about all the cool stuff, share your content, share your news, share your channel, share big, small, doesn't matter. So, Trippy, I'm going to pickpocket you because I've been wanting to get you on here. I don't mean to push you into the limelight there, my friend.
No worries.
You've been doing really well keeping up with yourself.
Yeah.
You've been doing really well with traveling. You've been doing really well with playing games and going out with Savage Army. So let's hear some of that experience, because we haven't really got your side of the story. And I'm kind of wanting your story, and I want to hear a little bit on this episode. So let's start from the beginning.
Shit. Okay, where's not to start?
Let's breathe.
Well, from the first battle that we've had together,
Mhm.
a lot and a lot of different of the bros play styles. Hype, there's slow game, there's slow pace, there's going in direct, going in from the side, throwing in smoke, or just Hail Marys all the way, which is kind of what I did. I didn't know what I was doing most of the time. Followed all the bros, looked where everybody was shooting and did the same, just tried to play in line.
That's cool. Everybody, you don't act like you know. Follow what it shows you. You know what I mean? That's a smarter way to do it, I think.
Yeah, I just try to blend in there.
Yeah. You got to blend in. You got to not put yourself in predicament situations where you'll die and walk back to respawn, and you're gonna think, oh man, why did I freaking do that, man? And if you guys, you could swear, you could swear on here. You know what I mean? If you got a beer, go ahead and drink it. Just the rig situation and that kind of stuff, you could put it to the side. Or if you got an energy drink like me, because I just got off work, y'all. Yeah, continue on with your sexiness there.
My sexiness.
Yeah.
All right. That's probably for next time. Anyway, but yeah, just for traveling wise, I've definitely got to be more prepared for that, and take.
What do you think is that?
Precautions. Getting there was okay. To the certain destinations we've gone to, like what is that one? Silver Creek Paintball. I've had a great time there. Nothing but great times, and wasn't able to make it to a few down south, but I've heard nothing but great stories from those.
Yeah.
And I know
these guys are part of the stories from down south right here. The guys on your left. Is that your left? Wait, inverted. I do that every show. Inverted. No, there you go. Yeah. So continue on with your.
No, I mean it was just great meeting everybody on the team, especially joining a team right away. You kind of get gifted things, which I'm most certainly grateful for. Getting vests, extra mags, extra mags can go a long way. That's longer time in the field. More paint to waste, like most of the time. Yeah, I'm gonna need a new red dot sight here next season.
Oh shit! So what kind of optic you looking for? You got to get something like a tip. With that, I got the two, like the least expensive, least professional looking optics, and I got like CQB FSR and a CQB round ball. Boom! Right on the optic. Didn't even break.
Yeah,
I'm telling you right now, there's some stories where some guys will purchase really nice optics, whatever it is, small, big, doesn't matter, and they will bust, and they're like, "Why did I get this?" And I feel that, and it feels painful watching that.
Yeah, you lost sound again.
Lost sound? We can hear you, my brother. You can't hear us. It looks like you're coming through 5x5 on this end, my friend. Can you hear us very well? Audio's in and out for my brother twin. So when you were traveling and you're saying like you're hearing all these stories and whatnot, and you're taking in all the information and you're learning where to push, how to push, where to lead, and if you're leading, you're figuring out how to lead. Like your travels when you finally got a chance to hit the road with Savage Army. Let's see what that looks like. Give us some little details.
Well, it's definitely you got to stay up there. Your mind's racing all the time in a good way. We're nonstop. We're on the move. We're always trying to get to the destination. You got to wake up, think it, game it, ball. Like just keep going. Ain't no rest. Just at the end of the night there, when after all the balling's done, taking your gear off and rest. But till then, you got to just keep going head on.
That's true.
Really like it. Yeah, keeps me. I'm alive. This year I definitely knew I'm still alive, and I, found a little bit more greater, better habits that I can go with and leave some good things behind. And, make some more better.
Yes, I resonate with that really hard. We all start we all slip, we all get somewhere. We're like, I don't belong in this situation. I want to learn, you know, this and that. So I want to be able to paint a really pretty picture of like your experience where you're coming from, such a predicament of reaching out and finding something better for yourself. And that's a really good start to emulate what exactly you want to do with your life, and that's pretty amazing. Even from my end, as you as a recruitment that I personally grabbed, and your interest just spiked high. What did you learn from this year, based on their playing style?
That I can do a lot more than I thought I could, especially with my legs, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, at the end of the day, I definitely know what I need to do and what not to do. And I quit smoking. That's one thing I know I did this year. So
I know you did. You even did what's that? The vape thing or the gum?
Yeah, I tried, but I in the gum. I tried those. Just no, and then one
did
day,
you?
I
How was
just
that?
kind of just killed myself with nicotine there. So yeah, one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, don't smoke. But if you are, do it lightly. We want to see you out there trotting around. We want to see you at 40, 50 with right next to us.
Yeah.
Stabbing at people, doing surrenders. Give it up.
Well, I know not to mix my alcohol now and run uphill, and then next, I'm in the field reloading and puking there. I'm like, oh, fuck that.
Speaking of puking, these fellas from RB Paintball here, we had a situation where we had some fellas overexerting themselves and doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We all been there. I've been there, man. You guys know I'm a hyper little dude, man. I'll tell you something, man. When I get like hyper, I get jumbled up. And I don't know if you guys seen me. I'll take a moment because I'm one of those guys that have to take a moment because I get way too jacked. And when I get jacked, I get too jumbled up. And I got to take a moment and take 5 next to the side because for some odd reason, you guys, I start feeling gaggy. Like it's so much excitement, Does everybody feel like that? Do you guys ever feel like that?
I do.
Not over. Not kind of in those words. It's like sometimes, you got to take a knee, get your breath going, and refocus. It's just got to recenter yourself kind of deal. So.
Yeah, you're right though. I didn't know. I thought there was something wrong with me at first. I'm like, what the fuck? But then I realized, like, yo, I'm not even breathing properly. You know what I mean? My heart rate's jacked. I got the jitters, and I was like, domino effect. Like that's on my end, though. You know what I mean? But I can resonate with the taking a hurl and a knee in the corner somewhere. All right. So based on what you learned before I kind of cycle through here, I want to get everybody's story in here. Based on what you learned with what you know now, do you think you became a better player?
I think I have, yeah. Definitely take my time, just knowing where to place my shots, when to move, and choosing my lanes. That's one word I did know, like, putting them together. My lanes, find those, envision it, find it.
Yeah. The envision part is very important. Like all sports, you got to like get into I call it a mode. Other people like I've spoke to that I interviewed with, they just get into it. My last interview with Zombie Girl and Ashbourne. Ashbourne's the new immortal of Planet Eclipse. Zombie Girl has been a immortal like long before us two and her husband, like for years, and they just click of a switch. Are you guys a click of a switch?
All right.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
can.
Kendall's out there.
There we go.
Yeah, Kendall's out there enjoying a Christmas party. That's cool. I hope you guys eat all the food for me. Yeah, Explore PayPal's in the chat. Sorry, Twin. For those, what does it say? For those interests, I haven't. Oh yeah, he's still signed. He's still trying to sell his diadem. Maybe I could get a guy for you, brother. Maybe I could get a guy for you.
Hi.
Hello, Ammo. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, for being here.
I'm at my Gookums. Our internet is fucking up.
Ah,
So I'm on my uncle Cody's data.
cool. Everybody that knows Explore Paintball, hit him up on YouTube. He got a couple gameplay videos uploaded. Speedball at General's Quarters. Continue what you were saying, Twin. Sorry if I cut you off.
Hey, no, that's fine. Hey, it's your show, do your thing. So, kind of learning how to flip the mindset switch.
Yeah.
I learned it somewhat a couple of years ago, where or it was one way that was explained to me is there's a time to be ninjas and a time to be Vikings. So learn to flip that switch is really key.
Yeah.
But Speedball kind of taught me another side of it. So
Cool.
it's
Let us in.
depending on what you're doing. I mean, it's a lot more tame now than it used to be when we were doing like 15 balls a second.
Yeah.
But I forget. I think it was Play the Game podcast, or maybe it was one of the Edward brothers from Temp Day Damage. It's enemies for an hour.
Yep. Okay.
So noise as when we're inside the net, I'm not your friend. I'm gonna run you into the ground. As soon as we step outside the net, we can be friends again. It's just kind of learning how to be a competitor, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. A nice competitor, because there's like I said, like the mode, like when you first you're like, I'm gonna have fun. But the moment you start playing, the moment you start pushing, the moment you start getting your first kill or your second, you're like, give me more. But then sometimes that more, right? You start just dumping on somebody, not dumping, but you're like surrendering people like point blank, and they're like what, a foot away, and they don't have to take your freaking surrender. So what I do is I shoot them. That should have been a surrender, but I'm like, hey, it has happened to me before, man. Like I'm like surrendered, and I get shot. Fair enough, walk away, hands up, hands up.
Yeah,
Walking a mile back to fucking respawn.
Yeah, I learned that too. If I see a muzzle, I'm shooting. It's like, sorry, but it's like I've been spun on too many times. So
yeah. And I mean, like we've been beginners. Everybody's a beginner, but like in my beginning days, those I didn't know what they were shooting at, but it felt like I was gonna die. Like I was just a rental, man. I'm just getting capped up. My brother's just abusing me on the field because it's my older brother, Ron John, my oldest sibling. He lives in Saskatoon, and there was a field called World Dunes. They only do bookings. I'm not too sure if they're available right now, but at the time, and it was like years. I was in like high school, probably grade 11, maybe 10-ish. And I said, come play some paintball. Okay, cool. I love paintball. I went out once. We're like with his Mexican work buddies. It was like a work group from his work site. So I was like, whoa, they're all here. We're all running around, and I'm here. Here I am. Like I have the tank under my fucking arm right here. It's in the angle. I'm just like, how do you even hold this? And I'm like holding it like this. Like shit. I was like, oh man. Yeah, we all start somewhere though, really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's keep the cycle going here. Bernard, my man, thank you for being on here. Let's take a look at your first day and your first day helping Army Paintball. But the reason why you're there is because you live close, you're an assistant, you're very handy. People talk so good about you, bro. Like I just met you, and then so many people are like so polite, and they're like, this guy, and now I'm like, that's the guy. So let's paint the picture for the viewers and for everybody that's watching later on in the show. What did that look like in those first beginning days, my friend?
I can't quite remember the first days. I can say that.
Okay, well, give us something.
I wasn't that good at paintball when I first started. I caught on fast, but the first couple of games were definitely like a learning curve.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there is like this practicality with paintball, even if it's just a regular, like a regular walk, 98. You know what I mean? Or if you're like a rental. Yeah. So you live not too far away, and then you also have a playing style. Do you also agree that how some people get into the mode, like it's in all sports, especially if it's a competitive sport, like Twin was saying about like speedball offers a different playing style because there's fundamentals that you got to follow, much like MegFed. We're emulating a military type way to clear a room, watch a corner, attack the threshold, pie cutting, high and low readies, right? What those fundamentals that you learned, did that help you step into the role where you're at, or is it just because you're such a good person and a swell guy?
I guess so.
Oh.
Kind of like to fluctuate through how I play. So sometimes I play fast off the start, and then I get a little tired, and then I kind of creep through the grass.
Yeah.
But
Creeper.
I never really get too tired. It's usually just like sweaty. So
Man, how old are you again?
I'm 15.
Wow, yeah, you got all the energy, my brother. That's what we need. That's what
Just
guys
doing
like
all
me
the
need.
things.
Yeah. You know, let the fun loose. It's just a tactical fun, just running around. Hey, it's what's up. Twin, let's hear a little bit from you.
Uh, to cut off for a second, what do you
Right.
want me to talk about?
Well, we're talking about the beginnings of our little tiny paintball adventures and the persona we have to take in order for us to, be a reliable player on the field, whether it be rec ball or even as a ref, you could say, right?
Okay, so I probably first started in like 2007, and I was a scared little kid. It was like I had stayed way in the back, so I play completely different now. Oh, so
Yeah.
I was the kid that you like never saw leave the base. Is that we all kind of like to joke about now.
Yeah.
So just I probably started playing with Army Paintball about 2000. I forget if it was 10 or 11 when I would have first kind of come out. Before we had the field, we were just out at the gravel pits here in town,
Yeah.
and kind of got mixed in with these guys somehow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I like that.
that really kind of helped elevate my play quite a bit. So really got me into a group of guys that I liked.
Hmm.
Got picked on a lot, but it's because they actually like us or like me.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
one of the things I always tell new field marshals is when they kind of first join us is we're being mean to you, or we're being mean to you
Yeah.
if we like you. So
Yeah.
we don't mean it maliciously. We're just going to give you a hard time. So
Yeah.
and we encourage them to give it back. Grown up still has yet to learn how to get a good shot in on us, but he'll get there.
Hmm.
I've
Yeah.
got
Eh?
a couple
The grown-ups.
on Twin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, an upper hand. How did that feel?
I've beat him in the speedball arena with my TMC quite a few times, actually.
On a TMC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Even a blind squirrel finds a
Well,
nut once in a while. So
yeah. Yeah. Jeez. Right
uh,
on, right on.
uh, no, we learned pretty quick. Gotta respect. Tell him, with his TMC is like, even though it's just a TMC, you pulled off some random one balls,
I
which
have. I definitely have.
Yeah.
yeah. So gotta respect that a lot. So that's off to you when you
Ah,
pull those off.
yeah. So the tail end of the CXBL days, correct or close to it?
Uh, I know. Like, for what do you mean? So I'm trying to think.
Elaborate. It must be a type of league within an area, like a region or whatnot, for everybody to meet up, almost like MXLBL,
Okay.
OPL, on Alberta Paintball League, stuff like that.
Yeah. That'll be kind of winding down now. I think they're starting their winter series in Edmonton now. So if anybody's interested, I recommend checking that out. I think they do 3 and 4 man for that at Paintball Action Games. Or I can say PAG. So.
PAG, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that
yeah.
I want to go there, man. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun there. So, it's not a full regulation size field like it is in Bragg Creek. So, I think Bragg does the APL, and I think so does PAG.
Yeah.
And then the winter series is just at PAG.
The snow days, December 13, 2025, 8 p.m., midnight, December 14, 2025, 9 a.m. to noon. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. So bad.
Is that like a
Interested?
paintball field?
Yeah, really, you like it there. A great pro shop upstairs. So, I would definitely recommend checking them out. I first started kind of heading out there when the CPPL was still a thing. And I was kind of played that for a couple years when I was mostly speedball. That's when I was there. It was 15 ball second, which was a lot of fun. And it dropped down to 10.5 now. So it's
I was just gonna say that. Wasn't there like an 18 to 20 though? With that fuck, I'm forgetting his name. I hate that when it happens when you have the word or the person's name in your brain, but you just can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 18 to 20 hasn't been kind of officially a thing in tournaments for quite a few years. The Intimidator kind of changed a lot of that. And good or bad is kind of up for debate. I'm coming around to 10.5. Yeah, slowly. I still like how violent 15 could be, but 10.5 does have its benefits. It's, if I'm being honest. So shoot a lot less paint, that's for sure. So
yeah, 5 balls less paint. Thank you for the 5 less.
Yeah, every little bit counts.
Yeah. Like this show, very open on a mic on a night like tonight. I want to get into also off-topic stuff. I want to get into certain things like what you guys are into when you sit at home and you watch certain podcasts, certain content creators on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever the fuck you guys are watching. What are your pardon?
What happened to my introduction? I wanted to tell a story.
Oh,
too,
no,
bro.
you're so important. Like I got you on a warm burner. It's like when you got to simmer a little tiny gravy. You like the gravy? Do I add more? My bad, bro. My bad. So, perfect. We the podcast before open mic night number 1. We got into like some pretty cool things. What were those things that you learned traveling with us and you took a hiatus, my bro? What did you learn from that?
Me?
Yeah, bro. You're the one. Yeah, you want me to address you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Like, what? Like I've been on a break for a while, sometime because like I had to find myself, brother. Like, but my passion is there. Like I want to really get back into balling. Like one of my fondest memories is in Moosjaw on my birthday 2 years ago. Even though like this was I was part of Savage Army, but we were put on different teams, bro. And this was it's on one of your videos. I was your third body on. It was a small little just a small little area we were in with the tanks and that. And Yeah, the video. I'm in a third body on there because I kind of panicked. My air wasn't in, my tank wasn't in all the way,
Ah,
and I kind of
yeah.
panicked and trying to put my tank back in, but my head was peeking out, and you got me in a headshot, and
Yeah,
that
yeah.
went right back to respawn, you know.
That was a good.
So yeah, you know,
I
like
saw it,
that's my
man. I had to
this
do it,
memory.
bro. You signed the waiver. We know how it is, bro. Just tap you up, double tap you next time.
Yeah.
I got your back, bro. You know that one time you fucking moose jump.
But that was an epic trip, bro. That was one of the fondest memories, you know, with Savage Army, you know, having the rooms, you know, with your name there waiting Alpha 22, you know, like that was just one of
Yeah,
the most fondest memories I'll have with Savage Army. And I
yeah.
am going to get back into the field this summer or whenever here. Like even just
You
even
are.
summer, man. I just want to
Yeah,
get back in there and you know, like
you are.
yeah,
We had a
man.
discussion about your interested items and what you think you should buy yourself.
Uh the same thing you got.
TMC.
See?
Yeah,
It will
KMC.
get you.
I want
Yeah, with the remote line.
yes, remote line
Yeah.
and carry it on my back. Have more mobility. You know, like I want to get us into like more tactical like battles where we're more tactical instead of you know like just rushing and doing our own thing. You know.
Well, that's the thing about hiatus. We've
Yeah.
changed.
Okay.
When was the
Like
last time you played with us?
yeah,
See, we've
man. Like
changed. We have
yeah.
look. Have you seen my kit? Have you seen the sexiness?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like I've calmed down. I'm still a guy in the front. You know, I'm now I'm a midfield call out. I try quarterback as much as possible. The guys don't push as much. We have a designated set group that I pick individually. We have a designated set group for left and right flanks. We attend the U or the X. That's tactical, and that's what we do nowadays. You'll see it when you get a chance to come back to Gopher Hill. And we've had so many good fucking times in our early days, even before I started content creating, bro. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
a lot of hours.
I was there a few times, man.
Yeah. Well, oh, for sure. You know, like there's a like I said, there's one point we were going like every weekend. You remember that?
Yeah.
Dragging ammo along. I'm like, get over here. He's just like, no. Oh, jeez.
But
You have
yeah,
another
like
dad?
I really want to get back into it, and you know, like this, you know, like yeah,
Hell yeah.
man. I
Hell
love the
yeah.
team, Savage Army, you know, like hoorah.
Yeah. I also got a question to ask all of you from the podcast itself. How did this sport industry affect the outcome of your interest overall? Let's go in a cycle. Let's start with ammo. Ammo, 5x5? Or you're just frozen again? He'll come back.
I think he's
Chippy?
okay, what was
Yeah. Chippy,
okay,
how did the sport industry affect the outcome of your interest? Thank you for being here, Teresa. We were talking about you earlier. All good things.
Sure. You're gonna have to come back to me on that one there, man.
Well, it's well, I'll reword it again. The feeling that you got from playing this industry sport, right? The specific one. You know, how did it affect your life? Did it make it for the worst or make it for the better?
It made it for the better for my spirit for sure. It
Yeah.
brought up something that wasn't there before for you know, like is that fear and stuff, like even just like the fear of getting shot type thing, it could be as small as that. And then just overcoming
Tactical.
that, just overcoming these
Yeah.
certain goals, these certain fears that have come just in the game, I've taken into real life too. And it's just as simple as that, you know, just as simple as you want to make it. And I like to be a simple man.
Yeah, me too. And I approve of that simplicity 100%. Turn up. in question. Before we get into like off topic, because I want to get a chance to get off topic.
Okay. Can I get the question again?
It's down here on the bar graph here. How did this sport industry affect the outcome of your interest?
I feel like at the start there wasn't too many opportunities to go out with a lot of people, especially my age. But it kind of centered out to we have set times to play now, so. But it's still not a lot of people around my age, so.
We're working on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the younger groups, just like my son. I know he's worried about being fucking capped up. He's worried about daddy running him down and stuff like that. But he's learned so much balling with us. I've recruited 2 guys last year, and they were waiting to be asked to be recruited on the Savage Army. Nothing that was something, but that we're trying to do some things in our community as much as you guys are doing some things for your community, right? And every other baller that has a platform that they wish to show, a younger age that, it's okay. We are polite. We see a newbie, polite. You see some kids, polite. They will get shot, but we're polite when you get shot, right? We're not going to shoot you in the neck. We're not going to shoot you in the nads. You know what I mean? We're not going to shoot you in the ass, probably as a graze. But we're going to find somewhere hard. And we all know that. We all know not to do such things. And that's what I was talking about my son. And my son's friends are pretty much interested. There's a lot of young people in our area. Don't you agree, boys?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, a lot of youth over here. I'm not joking. We got 40% show up. Our not children, but I don't mean to say that. I don't mean to say that to you. You're growing into a young man, and it's amazing to see.
Nope.
But there are of that age, coming into paintball, and they're having a fun time, man. And it's good that you're there. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to convince people that you don't have to sit at home and play video games. You can come play a real life video game. So
yeah, Twin said it. A hundo, man.
So.
Gee. Energy drink, cheers. So, Twin, like you, like everyone else.
The mics are all live on there too. When you're playing in the battlefield, it's all live.
Yeah. You got no HUD. You got to think of a HUD yourself in your brain. Be like a child. Yeah.
Well,
where's imagination?
I think there was almost a HUD from Empire.
EBS.
Yeah. So
there was a podcast I was watching last night, C1D. They're actually going to be here on Sunday, everybody. 5:30, I think I said 5 o'clock. It's in the link. I'll show it. I'll show it here momentarily, like later on in the show. But yeah, the EBS had like this HUD on there way before its time, and they were mentioning it to a bunch of tech that was created. And I was saying that when they were creating all this cool stuff at the height of paintball, which was nothing wrong with that idea, nothing wrong with doing it at that time, because if there are numbers, right, and everyone's playing and the numbers are high, it's only fair if someone's going to come up with something really, really cool, just like that. I'm thinking because tech is increasing, markers are getting better, especially the Megfit ones. And like the EMF 200, we could find probably, hopefully sometime soon, maybe in my son's near future, when he's much like my age, we might have a HUD. We might have better tech for refs to use. So that way when they, one side wins and one side loses, you could get a light, almost like a hockey light at one end. Stuff like that. There's so many cool ideas that you can take from other sports and introduce it into our sport. So that way you could get the ball rolling with other ideas that people want to create, right? Just like the EVS.
Yeah, the sky's really the limit here as far as the industry can go. I know Guy also experimented with earpieces in I think the i5, maybe the i4 had it as well, where I think it had a counter and a clock in it as well. I think it had to push a button on it to actually interact with it, so that wasn't quite as useful. That one definitely didn't take off, unfortunately. But so,
Yeah, one day I think they will, though. I really think so. I think they really will one day. Yeah. Curbside, this
Yo,
industry and the interest, how did it affect your outcome playing it?
I
And
really
everything.
love the MegFed, the whole MegFed of it all. Using magazines just drove me to it instead of being hopper fed. I just fell in love with the actual using the magazines and like having to reserve your ammo and like just that whole structure of that.
Yeah, the structure is important, man. Like there has to be some sort of flow, and it, just like everything, you get really into it, right? It almost takes over your thought. It's like I gotta create this, I want to do that. This is my new fucking call sign. I'm gonna dress like that guy. No, actually, no, I'm gonna dress like that character on this video game. Like there's so many options out there, bro.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing. All right, I want to get off topic. I want to get into something. I want to get into other things. Now that we got that out of the way, I want to get into the wacky and the weird. Like I
all right.
said early on, we all watch our own things when it's like our downtime. We have a downtime, you guys. What kind of downtime do you got?
Not much.
Not much. Well, I mean, like you have a downtime, whether it be 2 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour in your time. Like, I just got off work and I feel blessed that I got work and I get off like at 5. I'm home like 5:45. I show up and cook ace apple and then I turn on the TV. I start swiping and I look at the things that I have interests in. And sometimes it's about ghosty woasties and the spooky wookie. Sometimes it's the wacky and the weird. I want to watch podcasts that, stimulate my brain a little bit. I want to not think of other things that I were thinking about earlier. And the only way that can happen if I watch something, right? Let's get into the wacky and weird. Let's segment this. I want to segment this conversation here. What's your wacky and weird, Trippy?
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine would have to definitely be well, there's podcasts that I've been following. I don't know the names for sure. It's just ones that just show up and I watch them. So, but it's just interterrestrial people, like different, realms out there, different places, different species, other things that could be, coming to Earth, leaving Earth. Have already been here. How long they've been here, type things. Conspiracies. I've been really getting into that,
I like
important, but
yeah.
it's something.
I think you're onto something there. I also watch shit like that. I do. You guys what? Let's turn up. Give us something. You got something like that on your list of cool stuff to say?
I don't watch a lot of YouTube really.
Oh,
It is. I just watch people play games.
Mind poison. Mind junkie.
Watch people play games I can't play.
Yeah. You know what? I was that child. You want to play? No, I'm watching. I'm enjoying watching it. He's like, you want to try it out? Here, I'm just like scared to get my fucking ass handed to me. Just trying to hang on to it. It's like, what am I playing? Just pressing all the buttons, looking down. Like I was the kid that just enjoyed watching people, and I enjoy people, having fun. I like when I watch certain people. I like it when they have fun. When they're having fun, I feel pretty good. It's just like I'm a part of that fun, And just like the wacky and the weird, it just opens up my mind to like other ways to think about life, right? So you like I was saying, you like to watch people play video games and stuff. Who do you watch? A streamer?
Yeah, usually.
Oh, who's the streamer?
Joe
Oh,
Bartolo.
22. Oh. Cool. Anyway, I'm sorry. That wasn't funny at all. Yeah. So other than video games, any interests in what you would click on if you had the option? Maybe an article or a book, because there's wacky and weird books too.
I don't like to read. No, not really.
Oh,
I like
Well,
the
anything in
like-
common with you.
I like the
I saw Twin. He's like,
some nerdy
that's okay
card
though. Pardon?
nerdy card games.
What kind of card games? Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon.
Magic.
What else is another one? Which? Oh wait, I'm gonna increase your video, your screen. Let's see.
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
one
I used to play that. I used to play that, man.
See, it's everybody knows
Obelisk.
that this guy.
Yeah. Obelisk.
Oh,
He
Obelisk.
was, yeah, man. He's one of the greatest cards of Magic. Is Obelisk.
We have some people in the chat saying, haha, we experienced some creepy, awesome shit. Hey, brother. Yeah, that's my sister, everybody. Hi, sister. Thank you for dropping in. Yeah. Cool. The wacky and the weird. But nothing's weird about the cards, though. There's nothing weird about it. I think it's pretty cool. But
Yeah,
it's also kind of cool wacky, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a niche. Like, somebody sees it that's, like, not as cool as us. They'd be like, isn't that for children? And you'd be like, I bet you have a Lego set at home and it has 5 to 6, between the 5 and 6. Well, I'll probably 5 to 6 years. Yeah. Like that kind of stuff. What you got over there?
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
Wacky and weird. I do listen to a couple podcasts, but they're not really wacky. I do watch Mr. Baldwin on YouTube. Excellent storyteller. Or strange, dark, and mysterious. Is either runs the whole gambit. It could be medical mysteries. He's alien and abduction, and it's all supposedly real life. It's like, who knows? Most of it will never be proven. Some of it's ghosty stuff, and it's like
Yeah,
all sorts
I'm
of
into that big
weird
time.
stuff.
Yes. So, what kind of topics did they get into when you start like delving into it? When you have your downtime, you know what I mean? Because you like what you like, and that's your interest. You know what I mean? Like I go hard when I sit there and I realize, oh, it's bedtime. You do that?
Let's see. What do I do?
If you don't remember the title or names and stuff, you can explain what they talk about and the cool things that they mention.
Let's see. That's about kind of the only wacky thing I do in terms of podcasts. Honestly, I mostly listen to them when I drive. But yeah, I definitely tuned in while I'm driving. He just kind of have you going now. Just let's listen along. So
Yeah, that's the best. I like driving and hearing podcasts, though.
Yeah, that's really what I switch to instead of listening to music. Is just turn a podcast on. So
yes, music to my ears, even if it's not music, but it sounds like music. Someone's voice sounds really nice. I wonder who that is. What's that guy's name? No homo. Oh shit! Before we get into any other details with the wacky and weird, just short, explanations. What's your short explanation, brother? Without diving into deep details, because everybody, Curbside is a designated person that I invited on the show. He has something that I invited him for the purpose of his discussion, the purpose of his debate, and the purpose of what he's found to talk about in his interest as of today. But before we dive into that and stir up y'all minds and fluff up some fucking feathers, Curbside, without telling everybody, let's see
well,
before you got to where you are.
When I'm like on my downtime, I like to listen to a lot of music. I do watch Vitality. He's a gamer. He plays Ark Survival Evolved. I was a big gamer on Ark Survival Evolved, and I watch a lot of Vitality. He plays a lot of official on Ark Survival, and I do listen to a lot of music. But on my downtime lately, I've been doing some flat Earth uh, content. I am a big believer in seeking the truth. I believe we are on a flat Earth under experiment because the globe system is run on pseudoscience. Pseudoscience is um, science that cannot be repeated, controlled experiments. So those are basically just beliefs, which includes our globe with like the atmosphere sitting right next to the vacuum of space with no containment, like just chilling right next to each other. How does that work? And like I'm just throwing facts out here. Like I'm just seeking the truth. Like I'm trying to debunk all of like the globe and everything. Like you can't fly over Antarctica. All they see are videos of
Hold on,
space.
brother.
I
I
believe in
said
space.
start from the basics. We want to get into introduction first
Okay,
before I dive
sorry.
into your topics because I want to clip them. And when you
Yeah.
say facts, it's your facts.
Yes,
Let's
my fact.
clarify that. Your story, the way you believe, is not the same as the
Yeah.
belief of anybody else. The debate is yours, and
Yeah.
I'll help you to be defended here. But when everybody has a question for you, because I know people are gonna have a question, and I want them to ask you questions because that's why you're here. Everybody,
Yeah.
I invited my brother Curbside to stir the feathers, open your mind if you want to, and see what if you also believe in the wacky, the weird, and the flat, and the globe, and the cosmos, and the spiritual, you know what I mean? Because we are entities of something that was here before us, right? We don't know. No one's gonna know until we fucking die, right? Everybody. So, like this open mic night, this is its purpose. I want to delve in. This is a raw form of reason why I invited Curbside was because I wanted to introduce open mic night in this way to allow everybody to come on to this portion of this podcast to talk about what they've been researching, the articles they found. Did you know this happened? Or have you even heard about this theory? Shit like that. And now we're getting into that theory and the aspect of, that what if portion. Let's go around and then I'm going to let Curbside take it away because I want to be able to clip all the guys' speeches and stories and whatnot. Trippy, you were talking about certain theories. What do you like?
What do I like?
Yeah.
Well, I am getting into this theory that, well, specifically just on indigenous people right now. We
Okay.
kind of got into is just how there's different groups, different settings, different races that are from different planets, different lines, I guess, lines of time that they're talking
Mm-hmm.
about. I'm only like 25, 30 minutes in there, so I don't really have a lot of information to share. So I was going off of visions that I'm seeing.
Wow. Yeah.
But no, definitely,
We all
there's
dream.
connections like where like people have suggestions, be like, all right, so I'm assuming we're gonna go to this planet or this what a different this other galaxy. There's different many galaxies out there that they're saying we're from, and we're from the farthest one away. And we're just out here learning, preparing ourselves for the next life. Like this is what we have here. It's like, all right, so the next life, what are we gonna bring there with us? So we're trying to learn some knowledge, maybe. It's just
Yeah.
it sounds like it's everywhere because right now it is.
Yeah, it's just like I say when I introduce this podcast, sometimes it's the veil is there, and they've been using that as a term to being hidden from the truth from some things. And again, facts are facts if proven otherwise, and we don't know if it's proven unless we saw it, touched it physically with our own hands. And we may call it a truth, we may call it a story or a lie or a conspiracy theory or whatever. But it's also very interesting to hear the mind of a person when they come into that type of discussion. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I want to hear your minds of discussion away from the reason why I developed this podcast was, around, recreational sports, paintball. And now that I'm off this topic, and we are, now we know we are sitting into something here, and that this introduction of open mic night, we can have this comfortable area of speaking our minds, that we trust each other without fluffing our feathers. But I'm sure people who are going to be watching will be like, come on now. You know what? When you're watching, comment down below. Let's hear what you thought. Let's hear it. You know what I mean? Dorno, what's your theory? Do you have anything? Do you believe in such things?
Not too much.
Okay, you might have heard something. Tell us your thought. And you might have heard a couple more things. Whether they correct to you or not, let's hear what you think. We have no judgment here. This is a share circle. The talking stick is yours now.
Well, I don't personally believe in like any god personally, but I respect people that do. Like, I just don't see any.
Awesome.
So,
yeah, keep it going. It's a comfortable place.
That's kind of it.
Really? So, what's your intake on if we're an entity and something created us in a form of their image based on the book that everybody knows, right? You know what I'm talking about. People in the chat room, people watching this back, you know what I'm talking about, right? If there's an entity that says they created us in our image, if it's not a God, and if it's something higher than us, obviously a being that knows a thing or two about creating an animal, and we're an animal mammal that's has all the freedom of the world, with will to choose what we want. Like we're here today on will. I didn't force you guys, right? But with that, do you think, and I know you might have heard this concept of there's possibly an alien that kind of came around and be like, I think this world needs a thing that looks like us. And it could be like those grays or whatever, you know what I mean? It could be the one with the alien that have the fucking muck that comes out, like xenomorph. Like tell us something.
Well, like, I know like the universe is like infinite and all, but like anything could really be possible, but I just don't really see it happening. So
yeah, well, that's cool. It's respect to you for believing what you believe, and that's the strength and the bravery behind it, by believing what we believe in. And then there's like billions of people currently on this earth being born every day, if you could, and there's always somebody out there that has that to say, and it always bothers people. I'm Native American. I believe in spirituality. I believe that this and that we're meant to be, and I believe I'm meant to meet you guys. I believe that I'm supposed to be here to develop something in a footnote of a blueprint of a fingerprint, so that way somebody can, take it and be like a program. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that for myself. I could die tomorrow, right? Whether that, however, how that looks like, at least I've done a fingerprint. And that's the important thing of living, right? That's the important thing that we got to grasp onto life, is that if we give ourselves some purpose, a little bit of faith that in ourselves, that we are who we are, because that's it. That at least that makes you move what you do, and makes you become a nice person to other people. Because if I've never really asked this question to you, how would I even know? And now that I know, it's not like there's any like foul play or disrespect, because you're my homie, right? Yeah, we're homies. No homo. Blue Twin, let's hear some of your little sauce.
What do I got?
Anything.
I'm not
pickpocket anything, my friend.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of the opposite of doorknob, where I am a Christian. He grew up that way. So it's part of it. It's how I was raised, but I did have to make my own decision on what I believe about the topic. So, I don't believe it was an alien, and I do believe in a higher power, which, being Christian, that means it is Jesus Christ. Is Christ being right in the name Christian?
Yeah.
We can, and if we want to debate, hey, kind of that, and I'm more than welcome to it. That's one of the fun things I get to do out at the paintball field. Actually, is have these discussions with Andy. So, he'll. Neither of us have really won the discussion yet, but.
So, what kind of discussion does that look like? And you can do it in port form, or just a small little detail what you guys get into, without devolving any information. Because he wants us to speak for himself, right?
Yeah. We've kind of discussed the concept of why I would you if you could create a whole world. Why would you bother to create everybody unique? It's like we are arguably above ants. So if you could create a whole ant colony, would you give them all unique personality? So that's kind of a question. Is like
Cool.
maybe
That's a good one. I've never heard that before. Sorry if I just intruded it. I've never heard that before. I only hear the one with he's a fucking guy with a magnifying glass over top of us being a fucking ass sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm just like, what kind of idea is that? Like without disrespecting the fella. And then you can hear it in movies. It's in a goddamn the ants, right? What is it called? Ants? The movie? The cartoon? Animation? That kid's like continue.
What else have we kind of discussed? Obviously asking, is there a higher power? Which what else have we kind of why are we here is obviously a question, in which I kind of have my opinions partly on that. Or is kind of like finding your purpose. This is always kind of tough. Or sometimes seems it's like, why do we decide to believe in a religion? Or there's a whole like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which does address that in his way. I think it was Maslow's hierarchy of needs, but and purpose being one of them, which in his case, or some people argue that religion is just the excuse to find a purpose. So
I've heard that one too. I've heard one that's pretty outlandish, that it's helped to control the mind of the people, so that way whoever is there controlling that or dealing that or develop that as a form of way to allow people to be fearful of their decisions. And with that, the argument is to allow yourself to see your decisions, and you got to watch it, right?
There's good and bad in religion, or there can be two sides. It's to it, the yin and yang. It can be
100%.
abused very easily. Well, we've seen that in history before. Whether or not it's being done to the masses is, I guess, could be up for debate. I personally don't think it's a bad thing right now, but once again, I'm more than welcome. Or you can't talk now, so that's not going to help with the debate. I'm open to have a debate. It's on any given topic. So
the force is real. It's strong within you. Thank you, Mason. I love that. I love the Star Wars.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd too.
Yeah. Who hasn't watched that? So we're above 1 hour. I want to be able to say to everybody that's watched previously or was in the chat box, appreciate you here with us today, talking about off-topic shit. We started off with paintball. We started off with rec. We started off how we felt. We started about supporting each other and finding each other on the field and learning a little thing or two about each other. And then we straight from cold, we went straight into the wild and talking about the real cool theories that we have and studied and articled and read and found some kind of form of solstice within the way we believe, because it also, at the same time, no matter what you believe, you guys, it helped us become the person that we are today. And to some people, it's a distracting thing because it's so outlandish. It's so out there that it goes beyond the norm of their capability of thought, and that's okay. That's okay, you guys. That's just not. There's no fear there. There's no fear in thinking what you think. Again, safe place to think about it. And now, and like I said, because we are an hour and 8 minutes into it, I only want to take this an hour and a half, but I don't want to go too long.
Okay.
I know I like talking with you guys. I like seeing you guys. I like being a part of the podcast with people that like you guys want to be a part of, us, myself, and this program. I want to get to Curbside. Here is the moment. I've invited Curbside to talk
I
about things that he's been doing on Facebook. I've been talking to him for a couple of days. We had a good discussion last night about the things he wished to delve into. I don't want, we are time capped, of course, because I want everybody to speak. And again, I want to be able to clip this from him so that way we can ask him questions and without any disrespect, without any way of speaking to each other. Let's have a moment to hear a little bit what he has to say. And I'm going to go Curbside. Allow me to ask you some things based on what we spoke about. I'm going to keep you on topic because you like to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You're just like me.
Yep.
Squirrel. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Here he goes, just rambling on again. You know what I mean? So,
First of
Curbside,
all,
Curbside, hold
I'm
on, Curbside,
okay.
Curbside. I'm going to ask you questions. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you questions based on what we talked about, like I said. But I want you to get into those type of discussions because I don't want you going off, right? Right. So I want to start with this, and then we'll go with what I wrote down because when you were talking, I wrote this stuff down, and these were good points that I was writing down, and you'll know why. Is the sun local?
Yes. Yes.
What?
Sun is local because of the way the rays go in the clouds. If it was 93 million miles away, the rays would be straight. If the sun is local in the clouds, the rays are going to come at an angle. But first of all, I just wanted to say that this is just my beliefs, bro. I believe we are in a firmament. We are on a flat earth. The creator is the North Star. That's why it's always stationary at the north, and constellations do perfect circles around the North Star. They haven't changed for thousands of years, and this is just my belief. And but yes, that's like it's not. I'm not in a religion. It's just a belief. I am very spiritual. I have aligned myself with the Creator because I had to, in order, like I had to release everything to the Creator in order to become the person I became today. And this
Oh,
is I'm the seek truthfully. That's all I'm doing here is just
oh,
trying to ask for more truth other than what other people say because people lie all the time. Like especially with like conspiracies and everything. Because one day you used to believe in Santa Claus yourself. Everybody was into it, right? So I don't see why the world wouldn't be lying about this whole space thing.
Coca-Cola created Santa Claus. Did you guys know about that?
Aware of that. Yeah,
Oh,
idea.
yeah. Look it up. They, it's just for them to get some sales because of Coca-Cola. It started in a war. Christmas came around, and they needed a picture, and they created the image from Saint Nicholas. And this is I guess I'm iterating with my theory because I'm going off what brother says. And sorry if I'm interrupting. And that's the image of what they create, and that's the old school red, white, and runny red cheek and stuff like that. But you can look it up. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like my kids enjoy the season. It's not our holiday. Us Native Americans, South North America, it's not our holiday. We enjoy it. It's very expensive, but we enjoy it. Continue, brother.
Just throw another
What about
question
okay?
at
Well, okay. No. The sun is local.
yeah,
There's a moon. There's there a dark star.
a dark
And why is
star.
the moon the way it looks? And why does the sun disappear?
I believe the moon is just a reflection of the Earth off of the firmament. Yeah, or it's its own light. That's why when you put if you put a temperature thing pointed at the moonlight, it's colder than in the shade of non-moonlight, and which suggests it gives its own light off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is that why you think the glare within those two entities floating above us on this flat plane that's covered in a dome and
Yeah.
the star, well, the sun
Um,
being local, shines, but then offers a different type of shade because of the dark star? What's up with that? Do you know anything about that?
the dark star. I don't know nothing about the dark star.
Okay, we'll go on to the next. The curvature of the world.
Hmm.
Can you
There's
reiterate the curvature?
if you look up the curvature calculator on your phone, you can Google it up. Okay, like there's Chicago. You can see it across from the bay from I think it's 63 miles or something. And if you look up on the calculator of the Earth's curvature, then
Mm-hmm.
it should be hidden behind the curve of the Earth, which
Yeah.
it isn't. It isn't.
Uh,
It's visible from
like
the other side.
like I said when we met, I'll be asking you questions as you go along because I've been studying a little bit and I've watched some clips and I'm just trying to understand and ask the right questions opposed from what you know and what I saw. There's some content out there explaining the curvature and explaining that we are sitting on a dome because light doesn't hit and refract the way it should if we were on a flat plane. And if we are on a flat plane and if you apparently not me saying this, you guys. Apparently, when you shine this light through a hole specifically, and you're on a distance, supposedly, you will not see it in that hole where it's shined from. You know what I mean? And that's what I saw, and that's the reason why I ask.
But if you go and ask an engineer
Mhm.
what their levels go, they go on a flat plane.
Mhm.
They're designed to go on a flat plane. Their levels are any you ask any engineer, they do not put any mathematical um, equations to fix the curvature
Mhm.
for any of their projects. There are bridges that are built same level, same height from hundreds, not hundreds, at least few hundred miles away, and they come together level. They build them all level. Are the engineers just wrong and not putting the picture of the curvature of the Earth,
Well,
or is it
if the world is spherical, and we are like again, we're gonna get into the gravity thing, but don't iterate on that yet. And we are forced into the center of the world based on the iron ball within our world, behind a mantle, behind magma, um, and we are pulled by this invisible force called gravity. And if we are, and water is contained by it, we will also be contained by it, even if its shape is a square.
there is no
But
gravity,
again,
bro?
I'm not saying that it's based on what I see. It's based on what I saw. I'm writing things down and I'm asking certain questions, and you get to say your piece.
Okay, I believe there is no gravity because I believe in no space. I believe there is no gravity
Okay.
because it's all density and buoyancy. It's simple physics. Density and buoyancy. The more dense something is, it's gonna fall faster. If you look up a video of that anvil that's floating in Mercury, that anvil should sink to the bottom if there was gravity. It should sink to the bottom like it was in water, but it doesn't because it's more dense. The mercury is more dense the iron is.
Yeah.
And if there was really gravity, that anvil would sink to the bottom like it was in water. Why is it so selective between water and mercury that it? Why?
Mhm.
And
Well, well,
why don't they
right?
have a gravity measuring machine yet? I bet you
Well,
NASA
well,
would.
they have machines and stuff like that, but it's probably not an accurate. They probably just made whatever. But with for your pseudoscience or the logic of gravity and its buoyancy, they're both different things accordingly, and based on those two different things, uh, mercury is more dense than iron itself, and that
Yes,
it populates a wider range than iron, because iron has 3.8 of 3 squared of a centimeter for its weight to be dropped, and mercury has 7.8 of something. So if mercury has its density thicker within, like, the centimeter, like, just fucking like the square of it, and just like how wood is explained by being, on water, because obviously wood's like fucking light as fuck, obviously, right? Even like
if
a
you
plank of board, you know what
if
I
you
mean?
just get the whole concept of gravity out of your head, just think that there's no
No,
gravity.
I'll think what I think, bro. Go
I
ahead.
know, but to like drop something, it's more dense. It's
Hmm.
don't dense and buoyancy. That's all it is. It's density and buoyancy. There is no gravity. There is just get that
Well,
whole
what?
concept.
How do we float
Space
in salt
is there's
water
nothing.
or in the Black Sea when they do? Because we don't have that capability of between
There's
its,
soft.
like, the same model. I could say it's the same model, but I can't say right figures because I'll be quoted, and I'm just not like that. We're just talking about it.
Yeah. If I put salt in water, it's gonna make it more dense. I could put an egg in water and it'll sink. If I put salt in that water, that egg is gonna float just because it's more dense. You try that yourself, bro, and you tell me about this
It's
gravity.
the same
I
thing
guess
with the anvil, though. I like
why is
that.
it?
I like the way you go, though. Well,
But
I've
why is it?
explained like that per square of every whatever they say the poundage
What
for,
they
you know what
say,
I mean?
right?
Well, it's his story. It's what they do. But the thing is, if we don't have the capability of, being scientifically and doing our research and giving our own, like your own numbers that we believe you, like how we're gonna believe that and you. You know what I mean?
Because
It's almost like it's like word of mouth. Like, is it true or not? Like almost like a rumor. Can it be real? You know what I mean? We never know. Like you said, we all know we're being lied to at some point, right? We all feel like there's something not fucking right, right? Which is
exactly.
cool to fucking grab the concept and we can think of what we think, because nowadays we have all this technology and we're so click handy, so intermediately in touch with each other that we find all of this detail. And what you found is intriguing. It's
Okay,
fucking
bro.
intriguing, bro.
Find me a video of them flying over, not space video because I don't believe in space. Find me a video of them flying over Antarctica with a jet or a helicopter. The whole continent to prove me that there is a whole continent. I'll sit here and I'll wait for that video, bro.
So what do you think about the ice wall?
The ice wall is a containment.
Yeah,
Why it's holding.
it's not my introduction, and it's not my information, and we're here discussing.
I believe that it's just the ice wall is a containment.
Mhm.
That's why all the water, it's a wall all the way around. That's why sea is level.
Yeah,
That's it's a containment all around. It contains all of the water all around.
yeah. Like everybody knows the image, right? Everybody remembers going on Google or going on certain type of podcast talking. Actually, what we're talking about, we're trying to be like them, you could say, but not necessarily, because we got our own things going on, right, in our lives. Hold on, I got this one. This is what I was talking about, right? Like there's lands behind said wall.
Yeah.
And then there's lands behind said wall of lands. And behind
Yes.
that, in a third way, almost like how Atlantis. They explain how it's ring within a ring and lands between water, right? Like here's one right here with the firmament in the way. So with that ice wall theory, when the world spins, there's one theory that I found intriguing about how we and the sun will move according, like we are in our own, and we just finished an ice age, and apparently they say on the other side of that ice age there's land that was frozen because we are now moving on the plane called the firmament, and we are cycling through this firmament, this magical flat plane, and there's lands behind everything. So if they say that's true, we just ended an ice age said thousands of years ago, 12,000. Younger Dryas explains that we had this big ass cataclysm, and that we are coming soon to our end of our era of warmth, and that we are going to cycle through the firmament, and that other lands will be habitable because of like the cycle of the local sun, the local moon, and that black star thing. Like I remember seeing something like that. Don't quote me, you guys. I'm just having a good discussion, you guys.
But I believe, like in the Nephilims, I believe there's some truth to the Bible. I believe there's some truth to it. I believe in the
Yeah.
Nephilim, like Devil's Tower, how it looks like an old tree stump. I believe there used to be big trees. And like how the craters, how they say like the asteroids, how they're cratered, how come none of them have trails? They're all craters straight down, and there's 199 of them. And there was 200 angels sent down to cut down these trees so the Nephilims wouldn't climb up and escape the flood.
Mm-hmm.
There's 199 of these giant craters where like this is just what I believe, bro. This is like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So the crater situation. There are approximately 190 confirmed impact craters on Earth. They were formed by asteroid and meteorite collisions, not fallen angels. But we have four said uh, points here: number of craters, formation, geological activity, and fallen angels. The idea of impact craters being caused by fallen angels is not a scientific explanation, but a mythological. God damn it. Uh, I lost my. The idea of impact craters being caused by explanation of mythology. Yeah, my bad. Or religious interpretation found in some traditions, such as the Book of Enoch, which mentions 200 fallen angels on Mount Hermon. They say there's geological activity, formations, and whatnot. Like I got a couple things start here in order to show and elaborate a little bit on Bro's um, story and studies he has on his own time. So the gravity in the firmament, when it rains, and we can see evidence of spherical, domish type things that people question, and everybody knows because we're taught in school prism, and we see the rainbow colors because the light it's called light refraction. When the single light hits a raindrop or the prism, like like a pyramid shape, that once it hits, it refracts into what the light is existing at, and then it shines outwards. So with that prism in the example of what I just gave, and you see rainbows, you see sundogs,
Yes.
and then there's
And
another one where the light. Yeah, go ahead. Now, go ahead.
yeah.
I'll shut up.
Yeah. Did you know like the firmament? That's why the rainbows, if you ever notice in Canada, they're very, very large. But if you go down to Antarctica and look at the rainbows, they're very, very small because that's the
Mm-hmm,
prism it's closer to the firmament there than we are up
mm-hmm,
here. And then there
mm-hmm.
is the only way you get sundogs is reflection off of firmament. There
Mhm.
has to be a firmament there. And did you ever notice how like NASA's rockets they all fly this way instead of
They
straight
fall
up?
in. They fall in like the Atlantic Ocean or the Indian Ocean, and there's a
No,
bunch of fucking shit in there apparently
no.
of
Look,
old tech
if you
that
go
they
look it
use
up,
or
if
some
you go
shit.
look it up, bro, in Florida, where they have it, right
Yeah.
next to it is Bermuda Triangle, and that's where they fly their jets.
What's that
Their
ocean called?
the Bermuda Triangle. That's why they
That's an
made it
area of
famous.
the ocean, bro. It's an
Yeah,
area of the
that's
ocean next to the Bahamas.
Pacific, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so. I
right
think
by the
so. Hey?
Florida
Yeah.
Keys, like right next to
Mhm.
it. That's where they have their launch pad, and it goes at an angle. It doesn't go straight up. All their trajectories are all at an angle,
Mhm. Mhm.
and it goes towards
Yeah, I'm
the ocean.
looking to explore paintball. What if paintballs are fly? I don't think they'll fly very well. Hey, the fucking the spear could just go through pockets and kind of. You guys play volleyball, eh? Like when you hit the volleyball, it hits pockets of air and it floats. You hit it the right way, it's like da 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 da. And apparently, if you try to get it, you hit it wrong. If you hit it the right way, I I play volleyball.
Paintballs are flat when they hit you.
Yeah, the impact leaves a
The impact.
scar, and it feels nice. Oh, a lot to take in there. A lot to take in there. We were talking a good 18 minutes on real cool topics that everybody gets it listens on other podcasts or platforms, YouTube clips and stuff.
But I am gonna
Let's give
start
them.
my own podcast, bro. I'm gonna start my own podcast. I do have
I'll be there.
reels on
I'll
Facebook.
be the
That's
first one
my
showing up in your freaking chat box. But let's give it a chance with these guys and ask you some questions. They've been very polite. I know they only want to pick your brain. But let's see. Trippy, you guys, anybody got a question for Curbside? Anybody in the chat room?
Yep.
Anybody later on in the show? Comment down below. Tell me what your thoughts are.
I just
Trippy,
have to
anybody?
say, my phone is probably gonna die, so if I disconnect,
Bro,
that's why.
we love you anyway, bro. Look, before you go, what's your thoughts?
peace and love.
Peace and love every day. So, what's your thoughts on Curbside's founding, where he got a chance to really delve into some really cool topics? What do you think? Interesting?
Kind of guess that anything really could be true because you don't really know until you've actually,
I
ever
like
gone.
that. I like that.
Must have been
Okay,
to
nice.
space if it's really real. So
Yeah, we haven't been there. How do you fucking know? You know what I mean? The astronauts could have just been in the desert somewhere.
Yep.
You know? Blue Twin, what's your thoughts on that?
Uh,
Hearing Brother Curbside talk about his findings.
so, I'm of the opinion that the world is round, and
Okay.
the sun is a central point. And it will come in at a cone, because it's, well, you turn on any flashlight or anything, and it's going to diverge. Or that's
Yeah.
just a physical property of
Ooh.
light. Right?
Yeah.
In terms of I don't know if it's really evidence, but I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody here is familiar with the Coriolis effect.
No.
So there's kind of I believe the saying is east is least and west is best. And so when when you're doing long range shooting, and I don't mean like 400 yards, I mean like over 1,000. And the direction that you're shooting does change how much elevation is required, or because now the bullet is traveling a different amount. Oh, obviously, as the Earth is rotating, I mean, if you're shooting with the rotation, it's going to take some more, or because your target is running away from you, compared to coming at you. The only way for that to really make sense to me is if it's a sphere. Otherwise, we're just rotating a coin, for example,
Yeah.
sideways. Which to me, I don't really understand how that could work with
Right.
Um, the rocket's taking off at an angle. Oh, once again, it's kind of the same thing as ballistics. We're not aiming for where it is. We're aiming for where the target will be. So
True. Because they don't have enough power to go set flight and then turn and do all the cool stuff as we drive when on, with our vehicles. Makes sense.
yeah, we're not at the point of Star Wars yet where we can do
Yeah.
maneuvers yet. So,
Hyperspeed. They just went plaid.
yeah, we need ludicrous speed.
Spaceballs. Yeah. We need more plaid.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, there goes brother.
I gotta.
And we're jumping in, Darnop. We love you.
Oh, he couldn't win the debate, so he ran away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We still love
Okay.
you, Darnop.
With
Continue on.
your point.
Hold on.
Your
No.
point-
You let them speak. You let them speak.
Oh,
Continue.
sorry.
It's all right. No worries.
Yeah.
That's why I've got to facilitate it. Continue.
That's right. The other one, in terms of level, where I don't actually have a level with me. We can design things on level because if you take out a bubble level, it works on gravity. So that bubble is being moved in the whatever viscous liquid it is, or if it's a spirit level, ball bearing, whatever it is, it's being moved side to side on gravity. Well, if gravity is being pulled to a central point, and it'll always kind of be pulled towards center. Doesn't So as you're moving around, it would always pull towards the center point. So level, in theory, he could move as you're going around.
Yeah. And supposedly we are not a sphere, which makes sense because of tides. Apparently that's how they explained the tides.
Yeah, it could be.
That's a diagram they created right there, everybody. Just dropping things in as people talk, just dropping them in. Continue.
And that's all I have right now. So I can come up with a rebuttal if I have to. But
yeah, for sure. We
you're
would appreciate your comments. Yeah, for sure. This is an open topic here. Trippy, what you got there? Because we started with you. You know what I mean? You got this ball rolling for us here.
Yeah.
What you got? What's your thoughts on brother?
I mean, I can see where I agree with
Hold on.
areas.
There you go.
And and definitely, I have to say something though about what did you say, that entrapment or not entrapment? It was that containment, right? You said something about containment, about something up north there in Antarctica, I believe you said.
Yeah, the ice wall.
Yeah, the ice wall. I've been looking into hearing a lot of things going around with that too. So there's definitely 3 or 4 different theories I've noticed. I don't know the names or anything, in detail.
That's okay.
But yeah, what
just
he
some
said,
information we can get.
Just certain photos that the public has been given and what hasn't been given, and you can definitely start seeing on photos just the shapes and the shades that I can see in the backgrounds and the reflections, which a lot of people don't really pay a lot of detail and attention to in those photos, and even just videos. Like you can tell with a picture, like the distance and stuff like that, you can tell a lot by by a picture of a photo and where it is. Probably, but that's a lot of math I don't know. But yeah, just I believe there is things definitely back there. There's not really civilization, but maybe something man-made for sure that we have built over the years that maybe it's not on top, but definitely underneath, because sometimes like they're doing LiDAR searches and stuff like that too. And LiDAR is definitely big technology.
Whoa! I knew someone was going to mention LiDAR, bro. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, and that's not even with that civilization. There's different civilizations that have been in the ground, right? That's just underneath. So even from just like biblical ages, like
another one
stuff coming back. It all comes back in the cycle. It's a vicious cycle of where and what we want to believe, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah, Yeah, I appreciate that. A lot to take in. A lot to take in. I want to. I don't want to go over 2 hours. I want to be able to get under 2 hours, you guys. With a little bit discussions with that. There about your light situation there. What you when you were talking about how the light is on Earth opposed to anywhere else. The moon landing pictures when you're talking about certain things like that, they say there's an example for it and a reason for it that why the light will meet like in said motion, and they say that the light is kind of so far away, like how you have a light shining, but from a set angle, and that it curves and it meets in like this because it's space and it's not a local star. I mean, it's not a local star, and that it's like that because if you would stand out there, because there's some videos out there, and maybe one day we can have the same discussion and bring out like videos. If we can watch some videos, would you guys like that one day? We can watch some videos, and then we can kind of like talk about certain things like that. But in this discussion, this thing that I was reading is that it's like that because the light is big. There ain't no second, third. Apparently, the reason why the moon landings are real is because the light is in such a distance that it allows you to see it like that, and that there's no other lights shining from any other direction, apparently. And I thought that was pretty cool that we got one person saying that the moon landing wasn't real and that there's lamps and it's a staged area, opposed to a light that's distant, very large, out in the cosmos, nearest entity of celestial body next to Earth, and that's what you see because it's there. Don't quote me on that. just adding to what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Murph,
Yeah. Okay.
we got let's give you the stage for a couple minutes here, and
Okay.
then we'll kind of lock out.
Okay. With the whole level thing and the whole trajectory or whatever, like, okay,
Yeah.
if we're flying on a plane and it's at 18,000 feet and we're flying on autopilot, okay,
Mhm.
we're flying straight. We're not going to be dipping down for the curvature of the so-called curvature of the earth. If we do not dip down, we're going to keep flying off higher and higher and higher, right? Okay, this summer I'm going to take a level onto a plane just to prove that when we get up to um,
Cool.
autopilot level, I'm going to put that
Mhm.
level on my window and I'm going to
Mhm.
videotape it because that bubble will not move till we start to descend down because I know we are on a flat earth.
Okay.
All right. Hey, can't wait to see that then. So
Yeah, that it does sounds pretty interesting. I think I would like to see that too. That's what I was just
I'm
thinking
going to
actually.
do that this summer.
I'm
I'm
so
going to take
that,
a level
what do you call that in school?
10,000
A
feet
project? Yeah.
because if we're supposed to be going over the curvature, they're going to be flying
Hmm.
higher and higher and higher if they're not dipping down for the curvature of the earth, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm going to take this level just to prove that we're flying straight and we're not dipping down for no curvature. The only time we're going to dip down is when we're descending to land. That
Hmm.
is where I'm going to prove that we are on a flat earth.
Cool. Cool.
All right.
That sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds amazing. Everybody in the chat, everybody that's watching before and after, we have a group chat, and you could find us there where we kind of like get ready for said shows, just like the one today where we can invite certain people. I send a link there. I have my own group chat with Savage Army. I got my own group chat with my podcast team, and there is Behind the Screen podcast where said guys like Blue Twin and his community, our community, Alberta and Ontario, are in there chatting up a storm, sharing some things, asking each other how you're doing, And if you want to be a part of the show, that's where you could be. And if you ever want to be a part of a future show, you can connect with me. I'll share the link, and we can have you as a special guest, like I did here with my brother Curbside. It was such a good talk with you, my friend. I appreciate you for coming on the show. I appreciate you for talking about fucking the wacky and the weird and the crazy and the outlandish and the truth and the lie and the theories and the conspiracies. It's exciting stuff. I get a chance to talk about other things on the podcast. Trippy, I appreciate you for being on the show.
I'll share my reels to the page, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate Trippy. I think you've also being part of the show. It's always awesome to talk with you, my man. We always have good talks like this. Finally, we get a chance to hear your voice and your opinions on some stuff. And like I know, it's always a good talk with you, and it just shows on the show. And I appreciate you, and I hope you can come on again.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that too, man. It's definitely a great time coming on here.
It is a great time, isn't it? You enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I loved it. I enjoy it, man. I want to come back every time. Please.
Cool. Yeah, peace and love, man. Blue Twin, man. You know I'm a twin. I connected with you in another way too. You know what I mean? You're like my brother from another mother. You know what I mean? I appreciate you for coming on, representing your community, Army Paintball. We were out there this year. It's amazing, you guys. You got to go out there. If I have, let's see, an image, please. If you go out there, this is the time to check it out. This is the field, Army Paintball, little town of Little Surmer. And it's an amazing field. I have only explored half of this field, you guys. You got to check it out. Coming May long weekend and September long Labor Day, isn't it?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
So
you could go ahead and thank you for being on the show. Anything you want to say?
Thanks for having me on. So I guess I'll throw it out now. We
Go ahead.
after we were on your podcast, you inspired us to start our own as a way to talk about what we're doing. And so it's Leo Sumer Field Report. So if anybody's interested in checking us out, keeping up with us, so we were fortunate enough to get Wolf on. Actually, Andy's got a connection there. So
yes,
I think that interview is live today as a bonus. So there's actually 2 interviews this week.
Cool.
So
I promise you I was going to watch it because I haven't got a chance to watch it. Sorry, continue.
We definitely do want to have you guys on. So if you are ever available, we'd really appreciate that. So
we're available when you're available.
Yes, sir.
We'll book it. We'll schedule it. And we'll talk about all the cool stuff you guys have to offer, and then we'll just link stories.
All right, sounds good. So thanks for having me on, and so thanks for putting up with me,
you guys. So. Yeah, though you're putting up with all of us. We're paintballers. We're a crazy bunch of wild banshees. You know what I mean? We have something in common here. The pain.
Oh, and one last thing.
And breathing heavy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And you guys have one of these? Yeah. Hell yeah, beer.
I don't know you a drink. Yeah, you're gonna catch me, eh?
Worth a shot. So I'll buy you one next time you're out.
Yeah. No, explain to the crowd, explain to the viewers, explain to my brothers what this is for, because they're gonna come to this field this next year, brother.
Okay, so when you attend the September long game, and we started a couple years ago. It's I don't know if anybody's familiar with the challenge coin. This is a really worn one. It was the first one we ever did a couple years ago, and it's been in my pocket ever since. So it's gotten kind of worn. If you can keep them in the plastic case, they look a whole lot nicer as Alpha is kind of showing. So, so we like to encourage off-field camaraderie as well as on-field. So, what this does is as you guys saw, is if I know he has one, which I did, I can then call a coin check on him. So if I pull my coin out, no, he's got to produce his coin. He's got to be within arm's reach of it, and he's got, I think, 30 seconds to pull it out. No, if he does not have his coin, he owes me a beer. Since he had a coin, that means I lost the count, so now I owe him a beer. So,
cheers, my friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's
next
been
time
up
you're out
here.
here, I'll get you something. So,
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, man. That's a good thing. Bro, I'm gonna be buried with that. No, I'm gonna give it to my son. He has his own, so he's gonna have two now. Yeah.
I got a question for you.
What?
If I get one of those, is it okay if I, like, like you owe me a pop because I don't drink no more, bro?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't actually drink either. So, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it can technically be for anything. Like, it could even be for groceries. Is if you're at the grocery store. Or normally, it's for a beer because
Affirmative.
why not? But yeah, for a pop, whatever. So,
or a burger.
Affirmative.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're not allowed to drill holes in them either, so it can't be on a necklace, so it's got to stay intact.
Yeah,
So-
you can't just hold it safe. Like you may lose it. Like 3, 2, 1. There's 5 people here. What the fuck? Like nobody wants to be in that situation.
Nope. Yeah, I catch a lot of people at the start of September long. So yeah, so that's a lot of fun.
I might just do it on purpose just to be kind. I want to buy stuff. I want to buy people stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna get one, bro, and I'm gonna make a lanyard and a pouch, and I'll put it in my pouch so I can wear that every time I'll have it on me at all times on the battlefield.
Yeah. Cool. I appreciate it. Yeah. Hell yeah, that will work. Again, thank you for everybody previous in the chat box, people that joined the last open mic night, people that joined this open mic night, the homies that you see on the screen. This Sunday, we have a podcast, episode 9 with C1D. They are called the Canadian First Division. We are going to open up the podcast 5:30 CST my time. And if anybody is interested, these are a great group of guys. They're doing some really phenomenal things in their community. They're really well knitted. They started out kind of like slow, and they just increased in numbers in a very, very short amount of time. And by the time I got a chance to like really, really meet them, I realized like these guys are really good ballers, man. They are good group of people. So tune in on Sunday, 5:30 CST my time. You got to look that up, whatever time that is on your side, because we're going to get into really cool C1D topics, and it's going to be very, very fun. These guys are awesome. Wait till you meet them. It's just like on the screen here. You're going to have some fun. Also, another thing too, I got new patches. Anybody's interested, we got some new patches coming in from Alpha 22. These are my 3rd series. These are the brand new Alpha 22 patches.
Okay, that was look awesome.
Fresh.
Yeah, thank you so much. My buddy from Chopper Paintball did a digital copy of what it actually looks like. I'm sorry I didn't put it here, but I turned that into a patch. And we're also going to be having podcast patches because obviously we ran out. And we're going to do Savage Army patches once again. So we're going to have
another one.
Yes, my bro. Like, people ask me, like, this is my last one. I did that by accident. Yeah, I even did that with my, I think it was you, my bro, that I gave you my last podcast.
Yeah, you did. And, yeah, this is the one. And, Naps, Naps has a Savage Army one for me.
Savage Army.
Yep. The other one I had is on my cowboy hat in Regina somewhere.
Oh man, jeez, man. If you know anyone, once again, want to buy PA and trying to get a walk-on going around there. PA, that's that Paradise. That Paradise, People Paradise, PA.
Oh, hey, I was gonna tell the boys at Keanu or BTR 6H to get the group together to go down to
Edmonton
Oh, paint-
PAG, because we shared that. Yeah. That's that same one I was sharing earlier. PAG, Edmonton, indoor paintball.
Yeah.
They do
I'll
3v3s
get
there.
them
Because
to-
homie
I'll
was
get-
talking about the winter ball. But they do it open walk-ons for whatever, for people, weekend warriors and shit. They're awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And also at General's quarters, they got now a new rec ball field over there. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining the show. I appreciate the main guy here. These main guys. Oh, come on, right there. Yeah. Sing, inverted. Appreciate you, everybody that's watching the show. Appreciate you watching back on it. Don't forget to comment down below, like and subscribe, do all the cool stuff. This is an open concept show. One of the coolest, least awesomest professional episode that allows people to share their cool thoughts, right? Awesome.
Yeah.
Remember, be kind. Don't rewind because we don't have tape cassettes anymore. Watch back on the show, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
See you later, everybody.